boxing. Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages for an opportunity to win an iPhone. Facebook, Instagram, and website are all in the description. What you waiting on? Head over there and try to get that iPhone. Welcome back. Let's talk about Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Qdoba had a message and how Crawford could be Errol Spence's mandatory by the time 2021 could start up. But before that, let's talk about how Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Leo Santa Cruz tried it. They tried to push Canelo off the May 2nd date. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to support the channel is to share the video. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal in description. Shout out to the brother Edwin who made a donation in the PayPal earlier, man. Much love and support, man. Appreciate it. And Yeah, Gervonta and Leo tried it. The fight is going on despite, Gervonta's ongoing legal situation that could drag out a year, it could drag out 6 months. The way the court systems be tied up, it can take a while before he meet the Reaper, all right? So they're going to fight in May. They tried to fight May 2nd. A lot of people was hoping that Canelo fought Murata. That would have been late May or another date in the spring. And then that date would have opened up. Also, Josh Taylor is fighting his mandatory that day over there in Scotland. And it may be another fight that happened that day. I think maybe Dillian White and Alexander Povetkin is either April 30th or it could be that day. Also, Teixeira and Castanos may be April 30th as well. So you got a lot of fights that can be going down in April and May between all the networks in the zone. May is super duper packed. Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, we guessing. Bachet and Valdez and Victor Postol, Jose Ramirez. Tank and Leo now, and Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko May 30th. April, you may have David Benavidez taking on Lionel Thompson. It's a lot of fights that can happen. Dillian White, Povetkin. So it seemed like it's going to really heat up in the spring with some solid fights. But I can't believe that Leo really thought he was going to, take the play away from Canelo. They can put a pay-per-view on due to the zone being on a streaming app, but do you really want to have the fans choose? And Leo's core fan base is Mexican between Canelo and Leo, so it's not a smart move. So I don't know if it's going to be May 9th or another week in May. I would assume it'll be another week in May, a week that boxing is not going to be on. But it's hard pressed to find a week that boxing won't be on in that month. So so we'll see what happens. It's a ton of boxing going on in May, but they know they didn't have enough muscle to push Canelo off that date. The Zone, Showtime, HBO, ESPN, no matter where you're fighting at, it's already a questionable pay-per-view. They're going to lose money on that pay-per-view. I know I'm not buying it. I'm just going to keep it 100. Like I said before, I've been a huge promoter of Tank. I can't be caught in fandom. I got, morals when it comes to life and in boxing. There's certain things I'm not supporting. I'm not supporting the Duck Bowl, the Duck Fest. Leonard Elby can say they can show them how to build a star. I ain't supporting how they building them. These dudes should have fought Gary Russell. Leo should have been fought him. Gervonta should be getting ready to fight Loma. Moving on from it. I think it's going to be a solid fight. I think Leo got a chance because Leo got experience. Leo is in shape. Leo respect the game as far as his preparation and living a clean fighter's lifestyle, from what I understand. Gervonta don't, but Gervonta got heavy hands and the game ain't always fair. The most interesting thing about this fight, other than see if Leo can take the punishment, is Gervonta on the weight scale and can he stay clean. Gervonta is a crash dummy waiting to happen. Like I said before, Broner was fortunate enough to have a lot of near misses, and hopefully Gervonta learn from his mistakes and don't have as many near misses because, he may not be as lucky as Adrian Broner and Floyd was coming up because Floyd got in a lot of trouble. It just wasn't the social media era. All right, but as far as the fight, I think it's solid. I think they should have put that on regular Showtime, but it's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view due to Floyd's loyalty to Showtime, and I won't be purchasing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it 100. I don't care if it's Tank, Leo, or whatever. I'm not supporting that fight, but I'll watch it. I'll talk about it, but I'm not paying for it at all. I'm not going to the movies or nothing like that. They disrespecting the game by, not putting the best fights on, and we'll see if Tank can make the weight. If he don't, what is he losing? he don't have a title to lose. I mean, the title won't be on the line, so I don't know if Leo gonna walk away from a pay-per-view clash, but they can keep the Duck Fest and the Duck Bowl. But hey, let's talk about Crawford and how he could be Errol Spence's mandatory in 2021. Qdoba sent a message on social media today, kind of warning Errol Spence, and he said Crawford was a real fighter, and he said, I want to win Lipinets, then Spence. If he does not come back this year, I want Crawford because he is a real fighter. And he tagged Boxing Scene and some other people, I don't know. But him and Lipinets is supposed to be fighting for the IBF interim title, I think March, April-ish. And then after Errol Spence's next title defense, he has 90 days to defend his interim title. So if he get an extension where he doesn't have to defend it, which if you're wondering what Errol Spence is going to do, I'm hearing Danny Garcia is his next move on pay-per-view, which it always can change. But Errol Spence is expected to be on pay-per-view versus Danny Garcia. I would assume it would be Fox pay-per-view, the home of Errol Spence. And then 90 days after that fight, I hear anywhere from April, May, June, or July, that fight can happen. So October is expected for him to defend his IBF interim fight title. Now, if Lipinets win the fight versus Qdoba, which is not out the realm of possibility, then Errol Spence probably will drop the IBF belt and then come back and fight Lipinets and pick it back up. Also, to pay attention to, if Manny Pacquiao, depending on what he do, if he truly left PBC, which PBC is being really mum on, they say they haven't heard from Pacquiao, and he going to chase McGregor, or he going to fight Crawford in Saudi Arabia, whatever the rumor is, or it turn out to be, then Errol Spence may get, may defend his title versus Danny Garcia, and he may move up, or he may drop the title and fight Sean Porter and fight Keith Thurman, fight Danny Garcia again. But right now, as he got the IBF title, Errol has to defend it within 90 days, or they may give him a medical exception if he's injured versus Danny Garcia. So Danny is the WBC mandatory, but if they give Errol the exception, and Crawford, fights Qdoba, Crawford will become the IBF interim title holder. All right. So then, Errol Spence had to come back and fight Crawford to drop the belt. Now, no matter what Errol Spence does, some people just gonna say it is what it is. Oh, he ain't scared of Crawford. Crawford on the wrong side of the street. If he give up his belt, you got some people that's just gonna be so hardcore apologists to the situation. But like I said before, Qdoba got to beat Lipinets first for all this to be possible. If Lipinets win, Earl will drop the IBF belt and probably come back and fight Lipinets next year or move up. But Crawford got a way to get in, get a belt off Errol Spence. So Errol Spence's best bet is to take on, if Qdoba win, it's his best bet to take on Qdoba as soon as he can. I mean, that it was talked about him fighting Qdoba first. That's what was supposed to actually happen. Qdoba was going around Nevada, Reno, telling people that Errol Spence was next. Errol Spence was supposed to come back and tune up versus Qdoba. But they promised Danny Garcia after the tune-up a pay-per-view fight, so Al got to hold his word. So now it's Earl and Danny. But if Crawford forced Errol to drop this belt, I don't want to hear nothing else. I really don't want to hear nothing else right now because I know what it is. I know what's going on behind the scenes. I know what it's hitting like, man. But, it may become reality, and some people may jump off the ship and keep it 100. That Errol Spence is scared, don't want to fight, and his company don't want to fight. But, like Qdoba said, he want real fighters. And everybody know Errol Spence ain't no real fighter behind the scenes. He hiding behind Al, he hiding behind Derek, and so many contradictions with the dude, man. So, people believe what they want to believe, man. And they want to believe about the Charlo bottle situation, that he was clean. Hey, if you want to live in the la-la land, the fantasy land, the difference between me and them is that no matter what the variables is in the equation, I keep it 100. If the variables is all black fighters, I keep it 100. If the variables is all white fighters, I keep it 100. If the variables is all orange fighters, Simpson yellow fighters, I keep it 100. I don't curve the scale for nobody. And that's the difference between me and them, man. And I don't think a lot of people can stomach it. They would tell you, oh, you a black channel, you got to be biased towards black people. Nah, man. Hell no. When it comes to boxing, I keep it 100. And, hopefully people respect it. It don't mean I'm going to be the most popularist because I don't play a side. But people say, who your favorite fighter? I mean, I just call it 100. I have my favorite fighters, and I keep that personal for most of the time. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think about the topics. Appreciate the love, support. Maybe a live tomorrow. Not sure about how the day gonna hash out.